guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm sitting here and I noticed that whenever I do super natural looks, everyone loves them and everyone wants to know what it is that I do to get my skin super nice and flawless. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to show you guys what my typical skin routine is, and then I'm going to add a little bit of eyes and lips to the video, but nothing too crazy, something that you can feel super pretty and glamorous in, but also something you can throw on and walk out the door within a few minutes. And if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Okay, so what I use to prime and set my skin before I go in and apply my makeup is this Pixie Beauty Glow Tonic, and all I use is a little cotton swab and kind of swirl this all around my face. The second two items that I use are also from Pixie. These are the two things that I have been absolutely loving. This is the Rose Caviar Essence, and it is a moisturizer, and I absolutely love it. It's like a nice serum, and it actually has rose petals in it, and it's just so nice. You can use it in the morning and you can use it at night. And then what I use to prime my skin lately has been this Rose Flesh Balm. It is a 3-in-1 moisturizer, primer, and mask. So you can use it as a mask, you can use it as moisturizer, and you can use it as primer. So I have been using it as all three, but I just have been loving the way my skin feels when I apply these three products, and they are super affordable, so go ahead and check them out if you haven't. And what I like to do after that is set my face with some setting spray, and the setting spray I will be using today is the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray because it gives my skin that nice radiant glowy finish, and I use this right after I apply this, and like I said, I already went ahead and applied that, so all I'm applying now is my Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. The foundation I have been loving is the Beyond Perfecting foundation, and honestly this foundation has been my favorite for almost 2 years. I can't find anything new that I like, or I can't find a foundation that just replaces it, so that's why I use this. And what I'm going to be using is a little kabuki brush, and this is actually a BH Cosmetics 123 brush. It's nice and dense, and you will see how it applies the foundation so evenly and so nice all over my skin. And I have been loving this, so this is what I'm going to be doing. And this look you guys have seen before because it's like my everyday go-to look when I go to work, or just in general when Frankie and I are running errands through town and I don't really want to do something too dramatic or too crazy. I just stick to this really soft look. And as you can see, the brush and the foundation just blend together super nicely, and it gives me this like super smooth finish. But I honestly think that using my Glow Tonic and the moisturizer and primer does help this flawless finish, you know what I mean? Because sometimes when we forget to prime and moisturize, our skin just does not like us. So like I said, if you want an even finish and just super flawless skin, start with skincare. And I've said this on my Instagram so many times, but I truly mean it, guys. And it'll help if you don't have a skincare routine. Okay, and so this is all I do for the face, and I am being kind of chatty today because I really haven't done like a little get ready with me, so I figured you guys would enjoy this, and maybe you guys would enjoy my whole face routine when I'm not actually doing a full Instagram look. So yeah, this is my favorite brush for foundation lately, and I love that it still gives me that natural finish, but it still looks like I have foundation on. And like I said, this foundation has just, it's my favorite for the past 2 years or so, and now that I work with them, I am obsessed with the products. But yeah, so now the next step that I do take after I apply my foundation is going with some concealer. So as you guys know, I love Shape Tape, but lately I have found that it is a little too drying under my eyes, and honestly I have just been loving glowy and dewy skin. So what I have been loving is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and this is in the shade Light 20. It is a little bit lighter, but I also have the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in Light 30. So I like to mix these two together, and that is how I get that perfect concealer shade. Also, sorry if I'm like moving around or grabbing things, because like I honestly just sat down and started recording without even thinking about putting everything on the table for me. So yeah, and now all I'm gonna do is bring it down a little lower than right on the under eye, because I do have a lot of wrinkly lines under my eye. And like you see here, I'm not applying too much, and this is what I would normally apply if I was going out or if I was going to work, or especially on those late night shifts, not super late night, but closing shifts that I do. And I prefer to use these little beauty blenders just because I feel like they are perfect to get right under the under eye, and especially in the inner corner to get that little space, some concealer as well. And here I'm just applying whatever is left on the beauty blender and into the lid. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side, just basically press everything down. And this is all I do when I'm heading to work and I can't take too long getting ready because I already spent all morning doing nothing. This is basically my go-to routine that I like to do because it honestly takes me like 30 minutes. Then I do go back onto my foundation brush and I press whatever is left on the brush onto the section where my concealer and my foundation mix. That way everything is nice and blended together, and doing this just helps the foundation and concealer melt together. So this powder is the only powder that does not dry me out. And I will tell you guys why. I have little dry patches around my face at times. Lately, I haven't really been getting them because, like I said, I have a set routine that I do after and before I apply makeup. So I am taking care of my skin, but oh my god, they were super bad during this winter especially. So I'm trying to maintain that just to keep everything nice and set. And I'm going to leave that under the eye just a little bit. And as you guys saw, I didn't bring any concealer up or on my nose. Okay guys, so now that I have applied some powder all around my face, the next step I like to take when doing this look is grabbing my really beat up Anastasia palette. I have been saying that I want a new one, but I just keep saying no because I still have some product and it's not like I use it every single time. To be honest, I just use this shade right here. These two I use on my eyes now. Anyways, I'm gonna use this shade right here and I'm just grabbing it on this brush and I'm gonna bring it first on my forehead, and I like to do that on both sides of the forehead. This is a super simple look, my go-to look. And then once I've done the forehead, I like to move down to the cheek area, but I do like to bring it down in circular motions. And then I turn my brush around and I start to contour. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Circular motions. Then turn your brush around and do the same thing. Alright guys, and now since I still have a little bit of powder left over, I haven't dusted it off, I'm going to go ahead and kind of sweep whatever is left on my brush and just bring it down my nose. This will help define the nose a little bit, but not so much. Then I am going to go back into my powder. I'm going to pick up a little bit more and I'm going to drag it down exactly where I have placed my my contour. What am I thinking? And now I'm going to grab a little bit of this and apply it right under the nose. Right there. And sharpen out the nose as well. So now that that is done, we're going to grab a fluffy brush and dust all of the powder that is left over on my forehead. We're going to dust it away and we're going to dust off first the nose area. And I always like to make sure everything is gone, nothing is left over. And then dust all of this off. But like I said, normally it does not take me longer than 30 minutes to do this whole look. So if you're wanting something fast and easy, this is the look for you. And then I do touch up one more time on the cheeks. And once that is nice and touched up, I just let it be. Lately, my go-to blush has been the Pixie Beauty Beach Rose Blush. It's nice and muted pink, so it won't look too rosy, and it's not going to overpower anything on the face. So I like to kind of pat it on, and then I smile, and then in circular motions, I apply wherever I think I need some color, and that's basically the apples of my cheeks, and just basically bring it all the way back. That way it's nice and blended. I'm going to go ahead and grab some Carmax because I am going to go in with a matte lip, and before I apply my lipstick, I like to moisturize my lips. And take this shade right here and just pat it onto a really big fluffy brush and just swirl it around, and that'll basically get rid of any creasing. Ooh! And I'm back. To use for my brows, you guys already know, is the Anastasia brow pomade, and this will be in the shade Soft Brown. I start by brushing them back, and I like to start with the outer area and then the bottom. I used to struggle so much with my brows, so if you're still finding the perfect shape for you, girl, don't worry, it takes time. I know. And what I always tell myself, or what I always used to tell myself, get as messy as you want because you can always clean them up. And I'm not going to clean them up, so I'm trying to stay within the lines as much as possible, because for me, sometimes when you clean them up, they tend to get a little too harsh. And if you guys know me, I personally like softer brows. Do you guys ever feel like you struggle with one brow more than the other? Because same. I'm taking this color right here. I start by circular motions on the outer V and into the crease really softly, and this will just kind of define and contour my eye, and it'll give it some color, just like a really nice and neutral color. And like I said, I am bringing it in softly into the crease and just melting everything together. And now I am gonna kind of pat it on to the outer V. Not too much in the inner area, but just out here. And that's all I'm gonna do. Pat it and then circular motions. Vanilla and banana. And as you can see, that'll be like a bright matte shade. And I'm just gonna pat it onto the inner area where I didn't apply any of that neutral shade. And then I'm gonna grab my brush and sweep it in again just to blend everything together. Applying mascara, but you guys already know how to do this, so I'm not gonna tell y'all the right or wrong way to apply mascara. And for me personally, I can't do a simple look without lashes because, well, I love lashes. Super nice and pretty. And yeah, I love them. I press my lashes and my real lashes together. Really carefully though, don't poke yourself. This will help give the lashes a more little lift and they will look super nice. Especially because this also helps your lashes blend and stick to the lash band. And that is all I do on the eye. Just everyday glow highlighter has been this Becca Prosecco Pop highlighter. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit of that in a little pointy flat brush, and I'm going to bring it into the inner eye. I love it. And I'm just also bringing it under the brow just to highlight a little bit up there. I'm going to move on to the lips because that's the main part of this look. And what I'm going to do is the I Love Sarai Color Pop Arriba Red Lipstick, and we'll be done. And guys, looks like that is everything. This would be my personal favorite look for just like a day out or just something simple and fun. Maybe you're going to a party but don't want to do too much, just super nice and pretty makeup. This is super simple, so I would highly recommend you guys try it. It's super nice and easy, so go ahead and make it your own. But this is everything. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you like the products I used, because all of this is literally my favorite. As you guys can tell, I used a really old and beat up palette, but it just gives you that super soft eyeshadow look without really trying. And I love a super simple but glowy and nice makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day. I will see you guys later.